One gunshot in a city most people can't find on a map. That's what set off a war that killed 17 million people, toppled 4 empires, and redrew the planet. By the end of this, you'll understand exactly how one assassination turned into a war that swallowed the world, and why it almost didn't happen at all. Before the spark, you need the powder keg. By 1914, Europe was split into 2 alliance blocs: the Triple Alliance, Germany, Austria-Hungary, Italy, and the Triple Entente, France, Russia, Britain. These weren't casual friendships, they were promises that if one country got attacked, the others had to join in. That sounds like it should prevent war. Instead, it meant any small conflict could drag in everyone else, like tying all the shoelaces together right before a race. Add 3 more ingredients: militarism, everyone racing to build bigger armies and navies; nationalism, fierce pride, especially in the Balkans, where ethnic groups wanted independence from empires ruling them; and imperialism, competition over colonies and resources. Europe didn't need much of a reason to go to war in 1914. It just needed a spark. That spark came from one of the most unstable regions on the continent.
Austria-Hungary was a massive, multi-ethnic empire struggling to hold together nationalities who didn't want to be part of it. Serbia, a small but fiercely independent kingdom, dreamed of uniting Slavic people across the region, including many living inside Austria-Hungary's borders. When Austria-Hungary annexed Bosnia in 1908, Serbia was furious, and nationalist groups began plotting to weaken Austro-Hungarian control. That tension boiled over on June 28, 1914. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, traveled to Sarajevo with his wife Sophie on their wedding anniversary. Waiting for him were members of a Serbian nationalist group called the Black Hand, including a young man named Gavrilo Princip. A morning bombing attempt failed, but later that day, the Archduke's driver took a wrong turn, right past Princip, who stepped forward and shot both Franz Ferdinand and Sophie. Both died within the hour. One shooter, one wrong turn, and a chain reaction was set in motion that nobody could stop. The war didn't start the next day. It took 5 weeks of decisions and ultimatums falling like dominoes. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia and got a blank check of support from Germany. Backed by that, Austria-Hungary issued Serbia a brutal ultimatum, then declared war when Serbia didn't fully comply. Russia mobilized to defend Serbia. Germany declared war on Russia, then France, then invaded Belgium to get there faster. Belgium was neutral, and Britain had promised to defend it. So when Germany invaded anyway, Britain declared war too. In about a week, one assassination had pulled in 7 major powers, and eventually the Ottoman Empire, Italy, Japan, and later the United States. Why didn't anyone stop it? Military mobilization plans were rigid. Once started, there was no pause button, and generals pushed leaders toward faster decisions. Almost everyone believed the war would be short, over by Christmas, so nobody planned for years of trench warfare. And the alliance system, built to prevent war by making everyone too scared to fight, instead guaranteed that a regional dispute became a global catastrophe. By 1918, World War I had killed around 17 million people and collapsed 4 empires: German, Austro-Hungarian, Russian, and Ottoman. In one of history's crueler ironies, the peace treaty that ended it planted seeds for an even worse war 2 decades later. So when people say one assassination caused World War I, that's true, but only the way a lit match causes a wildfire. The conditions had been building for years. The match just decided when.